decided on top of the 4 other readathons I'm doing to also try and fit in the reading rush. And I don't know why. Probably because everybody was uploading their TBRs and I just went, oh, I want in on that. So I'm now taking part in the reading rush as well. But I have planned strategically for this, and I've actually only got 3 books I'm going to be reading across all the prompts, and all of them are quite short. So let's get into my TBR. The first prompt is to read a book with purple on the cover, so I'm going to be reading Artemis Fowl and the Atlantis Complex, because between this white and this dark bit, that is definitely purple. You probably can't see it, but it is definitely purple. Trust me, it's definitely purple. The second prompt is to read a book in the same place for the entire time, and I'm going to be sitting on the sofa reading, so that's not really much of a prompt for me because it's the only place I read, so moving on. Number 3 is to read a book you meant to read last year, so I'm going to be reading The Colour of Magic because I did mean to read this last year. I've been trying to read it all year. Still haven't read it, but it's the final book for the Outlaw prompts as well for the Book Junkie Trials, so I have to read it and I have to get it done this week because I've got Yank, so I'm going to be, busy. So this is definitely on the list. Next one is to read an author's first book, so I'm also going to be reading The Colour of Magic for this one because this was Terry Pratchett's first published book, so definitely counts for that as well. Then we're going back to Artemis Fowl again for the read a book with a non-human main character because Holly Short is a main character in this and she is definitely a fairy. There's also a centaur main character and there's also Mulch Diggums who is a dwarf, so there's quite a few non-human characters. In fact, there's only really 2 human main characters throughout this book, and that is Butler and Artemis Fowl. So there's definitely a lot of non-human main characters in this. I'm also going to be using Artemis Fowl and the Atlantis Complex for the read a book that has 5 or more words in the title because this has 6. And number 7 is to read a book and watch the adaptation. So I'm going to be reading the first volume of The Boys by Garth Ennis and then watching the adaptation on Amazon Prime on the Sunday, the last day of the reading rush, because I don't have time to watch it otherwise because it actually comes out on the Friday and I'm going to be a bit busy hauling books and running around Comic Con and Yank. So I'm watching it on the Sunday. I've always planned to watch it on the Sunday as a bit of a relax because obviously I'm not going on the Sunday to Yank, and I mean, it's just the perfect thing to fit into this prompt as well. It's not a movie adaptation, it is a TV adaptation, but it's the same basic concept, And that is everything I'm going to be reading for the reading rush. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up. Comment down below with what you're reading for the reading rush if you're taking part. I'll also leave a link down below to all of my social media if you want to check it out. And if you want to see any more of my videos, please click subscribe here. And over here will be the link to my previous video. But until next time, guys, bye.